Well, greetings from planet Gamma. Gammas? I don't know why I picked this astronaut, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. So here's the deal. We are going to continue practicing that kind of hard skill. And I've made a video to show you the ropes, but I don't know. It was very technically difficult. It might not work. Let's find out. So basically, we're going to venture into the hardest part of subtraction with mixed numbers, and that's with unlike denominators when we need to regroup. So I'm building this so you can kind of get a mental picture for what the heck we're doing when we do all this crazy changing and regrouping and equivalency and all this weird stuff that we're going to do when we do this skill. I built on the top 2 1/3. And I'm going to pretend that I want to take away 1 and 4/6. Well, as is, you can't take away 4/6 because you don't even have any 6. You only have 1/3. So as you know, the first step whenever you're adding and subtracting mixed numbers is to make the pieces the same size. And I'm going to do that by looking at my bottom numbers, 3 and 6, skip counting by those numbers, and trying to decide what the least common multiple is. So if I skip count by 3, 3, 6, 6. 6 is the least common multiple. If you're ever stuck, you can always multiply those denominators together. But 6 is much smaller than 18, so I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to take my 3, my thirds, and I'm going to find out how many 6 it would take to make 1/3. And I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to show my little insults, and I'm hoping that you'll do the same. So I bet you can hardly see that, but I'm doing a times 2 times 2. And according to the math, 2 6 is equal to 1/3. And as I build it with the model, I see, oh, indeed, I am right. And then remember I told you that since I have attention problems, I always have to cross that out after I'm done or it gets too crazy. So now I've got 2 and 2 6. I want to take away 1 and 4 6. I have enough, but I don't have enough pieces. And this is where that weird, silly number is going to come into play. So I'm going to take one of those wholes and I'm going to break it apart into 6. Remember, any number over itself is equal to 1. And so if I am taking one whole and I'm breaking it into 6, it should take 6 of them to make one whole. What I've done is I've made a very silly number, 1 and 6, 6. But don't forget, I had 2 6 already. And so now I've got to use a power arrow to join all that together. And I don't even have room on my little screen right here. So I'm going to rewrite it kind of in the middle. And I'm going to join together my one whole and all of those 6 for a very silly number, 1 and 8, 6. Now that I have that silly number ready to go, I can go ahead and subtract. The bottom number is no longer bigger. 8 minus 4 is 4. The pieces are still 6. And I have no holes. Let me cross out 1 and 4, 6 on my original number and see if my model matches the math. And indeed it does. Look, there are my 4, 6. But wait, why is that answer nowhere to be found? Because we can still simplify it. OMG. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Now you guys, listen. I know that that's a lot to manage in one math problem. This is, I think, the hardest 5th grade skill we do. It just takes a lot of detail and a lot of organization, and I don't have either of those skills naturally. But if I take my time and show my steps, I can do it, and so can you. And we will practice it this week for sure. So don't fear.